Hello, Paul McFadden here. So this week I'm continuing with the theme of answering questions that I got through my Instagram when I did Ask Me Anything on my Instagram stories. I was inundated with lots of great questions, and today's question was from Ross Grant, and that question was, what would you tell your younger self knowing what you know now? Now, if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do that, because I'm going to do more of these Ask Me Anything every few weeks or whatever, and the questions have been brilliant. I'm looking forward to getting any questions that you might have, and it allows me to do this on the podcast. Why? So I can go a little bit deeper on the questions, so you can get a bit more context behind it as well. So you can go and search for on Instagram Paul McFadden Wealth, that's my handle there, or go to paulmcfadden.com and you can connect with me with the various different social media platforms. Now on to the question. So what would I tell my younger self knowing what I know now? And that is not to give a fuck about what anybody thinks of you. It's none of your business. Now, even though I'm saying that, knowing what I know now, the younger Paul McFadden in my late teens, early 20s, he did care about what everybody else was thinking of me. And it's hard. It's hard when you're young and you have best friends and your so-called friends, and you've got family who are against what you're trying to do. Now, understand when people are coming against you, trying to advise you from doing certain things, they're not coming from a place of trying to put you off. They're coming from a place where they're operating through their own limitations. Will you tell someone that you're going to go out there and get involved in property and become a millionaire at the age of 19, which I did? I told my friends, I told my family. They thought I was crazy. But they could only see and hear that message through their own lens, through their own mind, and they would say things like, listen, money doesn't grow on trees, that's not for people like us, that's not even going to be possible, stop trying to, live in la la land and dream world, like how are you supposed to do that? You don't have any money, you don't know what you're doing, it doesn't work that way, the world's not like that. Like I've heard everything, I've had people laugh at me, take the piss out of me, you name it. Now, okay, but they're just operating through their lens, their mindset, their limitations, just because they don't see a possibility and how it can happen. And that was hurtful for me in the early days. Now, thankfully, I didn't really listen to them, but that's because I invested in my education. I went to T. Harv Ekers Millionaire Mind Intensive, and it's the best thing I ever done at the age of 20, because going to that event, I was surrounded with people who told me that I could be successful, who said it's great that I'm starting from nothing and that I was young because I'm hungry and I've got the desire and I want to push forward. So I had a whole change of environment. I was around different people who told me that I could be successful. So I chose to listen to them and not my family or friends at the time. And what's crazy is that because I'm listening to other people, I started to take action, I started to have a little bit of belief and confidence in myself, I started putting one foot in front of the other and not caring what other people thought. And that there is hard. But even when I started to build my portfolio, even when I became a full-time property investor at the age of 24, even though I made my first million by the age of 25 going on 26, even though all of that happened, there was still people that were coming after me and saying certain things or trying to hold me back, and and it's hard not to take these things personally. Even to this day, I come under lots of attack. Even to this day, there's people that have got an opinion, most people who don't even know who I am, have never met me, never shook my hands, never spoken to me in person, who have formed their own opinion of me off the back of what they see online or off the back of what they hear from other people. But their opinion of me and what they're thinking about me and what they're saying, whatever that may be about me, does not matter, because it's none of my business. I can't please the world. It's just not even possible. Let's take Donald Trump, for example. Love or hate the guy. Right now, you've got equal amount of people who love Donald Trump, 76 million people who have voted for him. That's who actually went out and voted. And then you've got the 80 odd million who voted for Joe Biden. And most people don't even like Joe Biden. It's just it's a battle that's never going to win. And the same here in the UK. You look at anyone who's in power, they've got equal amount of haters as they do have people who like them. And you can't get caught up with other people's opinion of you and what they are formed and what they're thinking and what they're saying. And if it's not someone that you respect or look up to, who's further down the path or having success in certain areas in their life that you aspire to be, then pay them no attention. Don't even take on board the things that they say. You know, when I run a Facebook ad online, I get inundated with people who don't even know me. I just get attacked. And it's just crazy. It's amusing at the same time. But if I allowed that stuff to consume me and I started thinking about their opinions, you know, I would send me down a very bad place. I would feel depressed. I'd feel, you know, disheartened. I'd be questioning myself. And I'm very driven. I know where I'm going. I can't pay that attention. You hear all the hearsay in the industry, in the marketplace, where people are talking about you. I pay that no attention. I don't know if people are talking about me behind my back. When someone comes up to me and says, hey, have you heard about this person? They're talking about you, they're slating you, they're saying this. And I'm like, really? I don't even want to hear that. I've got no interest. When they're spending their time bitching, moaning and complaining and making up stories and saying whatever they want to say, I'm creating, I'm being driven, I'm pushing forward, I'm making shit happen, I'm focusing on my game, none of their games or their bullshit noise. You know, small minds talk about other people and everything else. I'm not there to talk about other people. I want to lift people up. I want to lift you up. I want you to focus on where you're going and don't allow those people who you don't look up to or respect to have a voice into your ear. And a lot of those people will be family or friends. And you can still be friends or family with them, but limit your time with them. And sure enough, don't listen to the shit they've got to do. And if there is people who are online, who are coming after you and attacking you because you put yourself out there, just block them, pay them no attention. Really don't. No one should tell you how you should do life. Focus on your game and what you want to do, and that's going to be the most important thing. So again, I really wish that I could take my younger self and just shake me and just say, look, it doesn't matter what other people think about you. Pay it no attention because it's none of your business. Focus forward. Don't allow it to derail you. Don't allow it to take you off track. You can do it. I believe in you, and focus forward, because truly it does not matter what anybody thinks about you. It just doesn't matter. All right. So with that in mind, start thinking forward on what you want to do. Pay no one any attention. Don't give a shit what anyone thinks of you, and you will be unstoppable. With that said, if you're looking to get started in property, or maybe you're looking to accelerate an existing property business and you want to do that with a phenomenal support group who will support you, who will level you up and get you to think differently and help you going forward with a very different mindset of people who want to support one another, because we've got a phenomenal tribe, then head over to propertyprotege.com and check out what we're doing there. Also, make sure you're subscribed to the podcast player or YouTube if you're watching there. More importantly, if you can think of anybody who could hear this message, then please share that with them. So for now, all the best and bye for now.